Hi guys, welcome back to another very exciting edition of John's Q&A. So this week there's been some controversy. We like a bit of controversy because it gets people talking and gets people interacting, which is always a good thing. The main question, there's been lots of questions this week actually, thank you for that, but the main thing has been about this here. So on one of the shorts that we put on YouTube, there was a little video of me putting in these noggins here, and somebody commented saying, what about airflow, will it be a warm roof? And then this has then escalated and there's been quite a few comments about this. Right, so these noggins that I put in here were literally to carry this fascia board, okay? The ventilation comes from these are eaves vents, okay? These sit on top of your fascia board like so. You then have this, which is called an eaves tray, that goes underneath the felt and over the top of your eaves vent. So under here there is now airflow which comes under here, underneath the eaves tray. The felt will lap over the top like that, your slate will be on top of that. Your airflow comes through this vent here, like that. There's lots of airflow comes through here, directly through here, into the roof space, and then that's it. There's no issues. I wasn't blocking anything up by putting this here. There's no soffit going on. There's no need for any additional ventilation down the back of this fascia board. Hopefully that clears that up for you. It seems that a few people got a bit confused with how this system works and thought we were doing it wrong, as if we do it wrong. Right, next question is about something downstairs, so let's go down there and have a look and we'll answer that one for you. Right, so we're down in the basement now. I've had a bit of a wardrobe change because it's quite warm today. So we've had many questions about this steel column. Well, and the one that was over there, or still is over there, but you just can't see it. Basically regarding to the plate on the bottom. So this is just one of them. There were many, but this is one. So it says, great job, well done John and the team. How would you feel the gap left under the column's bottom plate? Having the adjustment nuts underneath means the plate isn't in contact with the concrete, right? And then the second part of this is the anchor hole, blow, vacuum, power tool works great, where do I get one? So, firstly, this steel column. As you saw in the video, we did use some nuts underneath it to adjust it, which meant there was a gap underneath. You can't exactly see it now because we have concreted over it, but what we do is use something called engineering grout, which is basically a high strength, really flowable grout. So if you imagine the plate was here, like so, we build some shuttering around it. I believe this is coming up in the next episode anyway, so you will see this, but we basically build some shuttering around it and then we pour this grout underneath it, and then that filters totally underneath and then provides a nice solid base on which this concrete column is sat. So it's fully encapsulated underneath, and then obviously when the concrete goes over the top, it's absolutely solid and is going nowhere. The grout that we've used is specifically designed for these sorts of applications where steel needs to be, well, for that application basically. So yeah, that's how we got over that. With regards to the blower, we'll put a link in the description below with somewhere where you can go and get that. I've got one as well now. Obviously I saw Pete get one, so I had to get one. I just got it from, I believe it was FFX, but they're no longer in business, I think. But yeah, it's just called a dust blower. You can pick them up in loads of different places. All the major power tool brands do them. They are a brilliant bit of kit. Right, next question. So, there are quite a few, we're just going to try and get through them. Another person, do you grout around the base of those steels? Yes we do, just told you that. One question as I look forward to watching A&E, why are you skimping on the length of episodes? They need to be a little longer. I think I've answered this one before. Basically what we want to do is make sure that we've got enough content to bring you consistently. There may be occasions where we can't film for a little bit because of various reasons. Either I'm doing stuff which means I can't film, Ryan can't film, the guy who's on the camera now. You know, there's many things that may occur to basically stop us from filming. So we have a bit of a buffer. So we are filming constantly, but if anything was to happen, which means we've got to stop filming for a little bit, it just means that we can keep that consistency going. So that is why you're seeing like way back. Right, so the next one, a couple of 3 questions for your questions bit when you do questions. Many questions. Why do some beams get bolted in top and others bolted sideways? So we'll answer this one first. Right, I'm presuming you are on about this section here which needed to be welded. This goes on top of this column because there's many different factors which structural engineers look at, and this whole section needed to be supported on steel columns here and here to basically allow for the flex, the wind load. There's so many different things. I'm not a structural engineer myself, but they specify steel columns where there's a lot of load going on top of it at very precise points, hence why we've got this. We also had to weld it on that side because there's only a 50mm bearing. I think there's about 60mm bearing on there, so it's bolted and it's welded just to make sure it never slips. Over that side it's just fully bolted on top rather than welded because we've got a full bearing in the steel column. Then other ones that get bolted into the steel, it's just how the junction works and is what's needed in each individual case. Like I say, I'm not a structural engineer, so I can't tell you the exact reasons as to why, but that is my understanding of why. How far do the steels need to be away from the walls? In this case, it's in the wall. It's literally built into the wall. Same as that side, totally built into the wall, so it doesn't matter. How would you fill the gaps with bricks? How would you avoid thermal bridging issues? So, because these steels are actually internal steels, we don't have any issues with thermal bridging at all. There's no problem whatsoever in this case. Obviously, every application is different, so we have to assess that with building control and obviously ourselves when it comes to it. So if we ever do have an issue with that moving forward, I'll be able to show you how we get over it. Next question, we are gonna go outside just so I can point and show you stuff out there. Right, let's go out. Next question. I used some of the Obi-Wan today on Leaky Loo. Dadgum, it's brilliant, but it's all over my fingers. How do I get it off? Obi-Wan is fantastic. Obviously, we use it loads of times on loads of things. The best way to get it off is just to wipe it off straight away. If you leave it too long, it'll start to set on your fingers and it's a struggle to get it off. Things like Wonder Wipes, stuff like that, get it off. But normally, just get a cloth, just a dry cloth, and just wipe it straight off your fingers and it comes off. But yeah, Obi-Wan, definitely very good. Could you not incorporate a solar roof? Probably not, no, because we're in a conservation area and I shouldn't imagine they'd like that. So the roof up there was originally going to be a flat roof in our plan. However, conservation requested that because there's no flat roofs in the area, even though there might be one over there, we had to put a pitch roof on it. So things like solar panels, we didn't really look at either, to be totally honest, purely because it's a conservation area, so it didn't even cross our minds. Right, next question. Do you have a total amount of man hours to complete the project and are you on target? Do you employ female trade operatives? What is the other large project you mentioned you were starting? Do you get overrun with opportunities for projects and find yourself turning them away? Right, with regards to man hours, we are over with what we should have been at this stage, purely because, as you've seen from the videos, there's been a lot of additional things that we didn't count for to start with, like the garden wall, the wells, additional walls that have come down, joist work, steels, all sorts of things that have obviously added on. So we're currently about 3 or 4 weeks behind our schedule, which isn't the end of the world considering the amount of work that we've had to do, but you know, it's all extra money. With regards to female trades, we would employ them, but unfortunately there aren't many, especially not in this area. If you are a female tradie and you want to get involved, by all means get in touch. I mean, we're a pretty full team at the minute, but you know, there's always opportunities there. What is the other large project you mentioned you were starting? I can't mention that. I can't talk about that. Not yet. I will. Watch this space. It'll be coming. It'll be coming. Do you get overrun with opportunities for projects and find yourself turning them away? Yes, we do. We get quite a lot of inquiries. We do pass work on to other people that obviously we know are going to do as good a job as we are. And obviously we're just doing our own development now, so we're not actually doing residential work or work for other people, whether for other clients. It's just all our own. So unfortunately, yeah, we do turn a lot of work away. Next one. As you mentioned here and previously, John, you got into the industry via plastering, but now you're very much multi-skilled. Oh, thanks. But given the chance, which do you prefer? That is a tricky one. I do love all aspects of building, to be totally honest. So there's nothing that I really prefer doing. I just enjoy doing it all. It's not, I know it's a bit of a cop-out answer, but it's true. It's all good. It's all gets me out of bed in the morning, actually looking forward to go to work. So I don't mind plastering. I haven't got out of it because I hate it. I'll still do it. I'm going to be doing some on this, in fact, so watch this space. But yeah, I love all aspects of building. Got a question. I'm a strong DIYer and in the market for a new chop saw. Had an old Makita ML100 that has recently gone to Makita Heaven. I can't make out which Makita saw that is in the vid, what it is and how do you rate it? So the one that's upstairs is actually Phil's one. It's quite an old model, I'm not sure what model it is. My one that I've got, if you check out this video over here, or is it over there, one of them, you'll see the review that I did on it. It's a 110 volt and it's a beast, absolute beast. It's very heavy, so it's a bit of a mission to move it around, but it's awesome. So check that video out and you'll see exactly what happens. I do thoroughly recommend it though. Questions about the build. Have you had to bring in any specialist trays for this? I see you've done some lead dressing videos. Will we be seeing them in the main videos? Yeah, we do get specific trades in. So we get plumbers, we get sparkies, and we get a roofer, one roofer, just one man, Will the roofer. He's up there now. You will see some videos of him coming very soon as part of this series. That's about it really that we get in externally. We do have everybody else sort of in-house that can do basically everything, but obviously plumbers and electricians need to be certified, so it's a cost that we don't want to have, keeping that on board all the time. I think that is about it. Oh, hang on, sorry. Right, there is one more question on here about some metal stud work. Let's go upstairs and I can show you exactly what he's on about and what we need to do. Come on, let's go. Right, we're upstairs now and we're in front of this wall. So the question is, long time viewer, first time question. You've done some really good videos on stud work, door linings, etc. What's the view on metal stud work? The reason for asking is I've got a problem with external walls regarding damp. Drains are being looked at, but where would go with this, and are you using metal stud on the external walls? This answers your question. We are indeed using metal stud work. So what we were originally going to do with this was batten it out with some timber battens, which means packing everything out to obviously get your walls plumb, and then put some vapor check over that and then insulate plasterboard on the top. However, when we started doing that, we realised it was going to be very, very time consuming because these walls are all over the place. So Pete came up with this very good idea of using the metal studding. What this enables us to do is keep a void between the wall and our plasterboard. It also allows us to put 50mm of insulation in between these studs, because this is 50mm stud work, and then we can put our vapor barrier in front of that and then just plasterboard straight on top. Nice and easy. Eliminates any damp coming through, because it can't, because there's no actual contact between the wall and the plasterboard, and it gets you over a multitude of sins, makes your life really easy. It's really quick and easy to put up, to get level. Yeah, definitely give it a go, it's worth a try. It doesn't take up too much room either, which is quite a good thing. But yeah, that's it. I've answered loads of questions. I've been talking for ages, so if you've enjoyed this video, obviously give us a big thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. We're nearly at 100,000 subscribers. We need your help. I say this every video. Make sure you subscribe and then I'll shut up about this. Right, take care guys. See you next time.